been 2 days actually, because yesterday we did try and stream, but it didn't quite work out. Internet connection would not have it. I hope today is going to work out better. We have got some very big games coming up, so I was really gutted that we couldn't stream yesterday because it was desperate to get through them. See if we could actually make it out of this division and also actually win that cup final. Very, very important matches, very exciting times at the club. But before we get into all of that, this is our Boycott Qatar 2022 World Cup Series. And yes, I had my exam today. Went very well. Thank you very much for asking. As just a little panda followed me 20 hours ago. Okay, not sure if... I don't think I was streaming back then. Maybe I was, but it was the one that was bugging. So thank you very much for the follow anyways. Yes, Qatar 2022 World Cup Boycott Series, where I try to stream every game whenever there's a game on of the Football World Cup in Qatar. But for now, since it's only the first 2 group stage games and they have 4 matches a day, obviously I can't stream all the time. I'm just doing 2 a day. As soon as we have just 2 games a day, we'll stream every time a match is live. So long as I can arrange it. And we are also, within that, trying, of course, to raise some money for the Migrants' Rights Organization, because obviously we have the we are boycotting the tournament because of all the goings on around it, the workers' rights situation being that bad there. So I've decided to boycott the tournament, which is obviously also why we are trying to raise money for a good cause here. Let's have a look at it. The fundraiser is saying, here it is, Boycott Qatar 2022. We only had 3 donations, raised 65 euros of the 750, which, you know, it's a long way to go in the tournament. And I'm gonna, from now on, now that I've got it to work finally, donate like 10 euros every time we start a stream. There are 5 euros. 10 is maybe a bit much. This day I'll probably do 10 because yesterday didn't work out. Well, 10 or 5 euros every time we start the stream day, and 10 or 5 euros every time we end the stream day. And hopefully we'll be able to raise the 750 euros, which will go to our migrantsrights.org in order to help migrant rights situation, so that similar things as to the one in Qatar will not happen again. Let me do this on the other side so that no one can see my login data, of course. I'm afraid I have to log in with my phone number again. Sorry, this is going to take a second. I'm afraid the payment will not show up immediately again, because I've recently set up a new PayPal account to receive the money, and they're very careful with that, so they want to check every payment for like half a day first, and then it will go through. So the 10 euros we put in yesterday, they didn't show up immediately. It took like 12-15 hours for them to show up, so I have just spent 10 euros. Thank you for donating. See, there you can see it, but it hasn't gone through yet. Like if we reload it, we'll see if it's gone through at the end of the stream day, but for now that's where we leave it. And yeah, let's get into the Football Manager stuff, I'd say, without any further ado. And obviously, welcome to the chat, anyone who's around. We have, now yesterday, all we did, we went to the press conference of the Queen's University game, so sadly, that entertaining content you have missed out on if you want to watch the stream of yesterday. The VOD is obviously live on the channel. I'm not sure how the stream translates, because there was always lagging and loading times when we did the when we did the stream, so I'm not sure how that translates into the video, if that is there or if that's not noticeable, because it was to do with my internet speed, not with my CPU or anything. But yeah, so if you want to see the press conference, you can go there. If not, then fine, we didn't miss a game. We have the 2 games in the league away against our rivals, Queen's University, who shouldn't have anything more to do with the promotion race unless they get really, really lucky. And then at home against Bangor, who's at top of the table and have by far and away been the best team in the league. However, they are also already champions, so they don't have much to fight for, and their form has not been as strong as recently. And yeah, so there's a chance, if we get good results in those 2 games, that we could still jump into the 2nd spot, but we'd have to play a promotion playoff match against the team who finished 2nd from bottom in the 2nd tier of Northern Irish football. Last time I looked, that's actually Newington, who won this division last year and got promoted. And currently it still is. Knock Raider only 1 point behind, so it's going to be one of these two teams. We'll see which one it ends up being, in case we do get into that. However, our positions, who sit 2 points ahead of us, Dollingston and Lamavadi, they both have the relatively, like, a little bit easier ties than we do. And we're all playing away today and at home on the next match day. But we'll just play it by ear, see how it goes. None of the teams are facing each other anymore, so we're all just playing Bangor, Queen's University, and Tubermoor individually. And yeah, then also, of course, 10 days after the end of the league season, we've got the cup final against Limavady. Now I want to go through the championship to the final 2 league stage fixtures at a bit more of a slower pace. So there's a chance that the intermediate cup final won't be in this stream, but in the next stream. But however, that will only be 1 hour after this stream. We're streaming for 2 hours now through the current match cup game going live. Then we make a break for an hour, and then we come back for the next one. So yeah, I think that's enough chatting to begin with, and let's jump into it. We have to advance 1 or 2 more times. I think we're already here. Do we not have any? Okay, no players were injured. Everyone's apparently fit to play. And where was the schedule now? Here we go. So Bangor at home to Dollingston. The same tie as we're going to play on the last day of the season. If Dollingston get a result here, they could all but secure it. Limavady away against Tubermoor, who sit bottom and don't have anything to play for anymore, really. So that's the easiest away tie you could have still. And we are against Queen's University. Still a mathematical chance, but either way, even if they wouldn't have anything to play for, they would be up for this game, because obviously big rivalry. We've beat them 3 times so far this season. Once, is that right? No, 4 times. No, 3 times. 2 times in the league, in the normal league stage, and once in the cup as well. So they're desperate to get some revenge. Obviously, we're playing at our home ground, which is also their home ground, the Dub. It's actually owned by them. And yeah, let's just hope it goes relatively well. This is the team we're sending out there. Jamie Massey keeps his spot in goal. I was thinking about taking him out, bringing Tom Hegan in for the experience, for the tougher matches, but he has just pulled out a very good performance against Limavady. So I think we'll leave him in goal. Craig Bryers at right back, Ben Mitchell centre back, Andrew Ferguson centre back, Riddle left back, Worry, Wilson, and Tumulty in the midfield, Turkington and Yip down the wings, and Jakey Moore up front. I am very tempted to switch Jakey Moore to a poacher, because he always, when he doesn't score, has such poor match ratings, and whenever he does score, it's more like the kind of poacher goals anyways, not because he gets into the channel, but because he's been playing so well for us overall, scoring so many goals. I think we'll leave it for the rest of the season. Maybe we'll change it up next season. And yeah, tactic, same as always. Let's just get into it. Internet is lacking, Mika says. Are you sure? Because on my screen it shows up just fine. That's surprising. Well, keep me posted on that, please. I'm also like live in the scene right now. Maybe it's just your internet. I don't know. Mika, by the way, is my girlfriend, who's in the same household as me. So if she says the internet is lagging, that is a bad sign. Or the video is lagging, and a bad sign on 2 fronts, of course. Because that means her internet connection is slow, which does not bode well for mine, and probably my upload is slow as well. I'll tell the boys with outstretched arms. No, I can't. Okay. Pumped fists. I know how hard-fought this rivalry is. Go out there and play for the fans. That's how I imagine that looking like. Hey, most players are motivated as well. That's good. We'd love to see that. Queens haven't been on the best run, especially since the championship group stage began. Was that 7 points from the last 5 games? We are on 11 points from our last 5 games, unbeaten in a while again, since we had that defeat away against Arba. And yeah, again, good result here. Like, the only thing I'm asking for is that we're still in with a mathematical chance on the last day of the season. And for that, we'll probably need to get a win here tonight. Because if one of the other teams wins and we fail to win, then we're out of it. So that would be fantastic. You know, even if it doesn't work out in the end, we had a mountain to climb to get into this position. If it doesn't work out in the end, that's fine. But give us a fighting chance on the last day of the season to have something to play for against Bangor. Bangor match. Yeah, so we jumped into the game quite quickly. Oh, and I forgot I wanted to... Let's turn this down and go for extended highlights. So we see a little bit more of the game. Let's encourage the boys and go for positive, as we always seem to after 15 minutes. We should really change the tactics, but I'm scared that it's going to lead to us conceding early goals because we're too aggressive. And there you go, as soon as I switch it to positive, we do concede a goal. However, it's from a corner. So Mika, is the internet still bad, or is it working smoothly now? Well, swung by Anderson to the front post. Is that McManus? I think that's the second-headed corner goal he scored against us. I think last match out he did the same. And that's very unfortunate because they hadn't created anything. Not like we've created lots, but on the balance, I think we had been a better team. I'll encourage the boys again, hopefully pick them up after going down a goal. Obviously, this would see us being on level points with them, and minimum goal at this stage of the season is to finish above our rivals of Queen's University. As Tabamore go ahead against Lavadi, that's good for us. As there's a highlight with Riddle on the corner being taken, swung in, backstick. Jake Moore can't get there, but Ferguson's going to pick it up. Play it back out to Riddle, got a good delivery on him. Now he finds Yip. Now he got. Oh! Nathan Riddle, did you see that? I was so calmly struck, I thought it was a delivery, but he just places it into the top corner. No pace on it whatsoever. Probably the keeper thought it was going to be a delivery. Yip plays back to him. First time, perfect placement. My God, Nathan Riddle, where's that come from? Wow. Look how he hasn't got up at all after that. I encourage the boys some more. Come on, let's get a go-ahead goal before half-time. Although they have another corner. Anderson standing over it again. He's going to look for McManus again. Ferguson has clear initially. McKenna takes it down though. Swings it back to Anderson, the corner taker. He's going to go for the shot. Ooh, we saw Riddle do it and he wanted to be as cool as him, but no one's as cool as Nathan. As Riddle over free kick. Come on, take the confidence with you and shoot. Ah, that was quite clearly over. Not a good base stance. Donington are leading against Barra, which, as things stand currently, we would be out of contention for that second spot and the promotion playoff spot. But I feel we have every capacity to get something out of this match here, like a win. So let's not lose hope yet. Apparently if I stream it from a phone it is fine, even if I'm with the Wi-Fi, but from the laptop it doesn't work. Either Twitch in yet Michaela, so I think it is my laptop's problem. Well, that's not good. That's not good if your laptop is mucking about. Hopefully that will fix itself. So I think the problem comes from my laptop. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for still joining me on your phone then. Hopefully other people aren't having a similar problem. As things seem to be going very well in terms of dominating the game. Creating opportunities we could do a bit better in. We still have 45 minutes of football to go to change that. Ben Mitchell's passing has been dreadful. I think we're going to switch him off to be a no-nonsense centre back then before he gives the ball away cheaply at some point. But anything else of note? Not really. Dressing room. How we dominate possession. Yeah, let's keep positive for now. Ben Mitchell is going to be a non-nonsense centre back on defend. This is not ideal in possession, especially today. And we're actually going to go. We start positive, but I think we're going to go attacking before long in the second half. Let's jump into it. Because she's always joining. Yeah, no. Here's a heart for you, my dear. So it's really cool. This it's a Minecraft heart mug. I don't know if you can see it. And normally it used to light up when you put hot water in it, but put it into the washing machine one too many times and it doesn't anymore, as we can see. But keep it calm. He was offside. Goal's not going to stand. No idea what happened. I was just focusing on my Minecraft heart. Curry out the wide area. It's beautiful ball across, but McIlroy was fairly obviously offside there. But scary starter. Screens, as they have a really good defensive trio in here, performing very well. It's not good for us. But Riddle over the free kick again. Oh, you should have scored his brace there. Hits the post, and I know I didn't care for that ball. Sorry, I need to cough. Riddle again, this time he delivers, and had it clear. Our youngest got played space run into, and he's been a problem whenever we faced them. A pacey right winger. It's back to Corey though. What's going to come from this? Corey swings it in, and Massey catches. Maybe it's going to be our highlight, because I don't think that was what would have been considered the highlight. Massey goes long instead of what we tell him to normally do, which is obviously to go short. Ferguson to Tumulty. Rory Tarkington picks it up. Into Jake Moore. Finds Wilson. Yip. Oh, beautiful combination. Moore! No! How has he missed that? He normally always scores those. That was wonderful football between the boys. Riddle, yet another free kick here. Swings it in. Tumulty heads it back into the area. Yip on it. And it's cleared eventually. I don't think that would have been the end of the highlight though. Riddle gets the ball back. Tarkington. Weak-footed effort. Not sure we need to see a highlight for that really. Thank you very much, game. Gorn is going to do a goal kick. Johnny Wilson has it. Immediately play through to Moore. He's going to cut back. Inside. Shoot. Shot blocked. Can we get this back? Come on. Briar's out of position now. They're running at us with a couple of men. And Warry takes him down from behind. Don't tell me that's red. Oh, it wasn't even a yellow. I think it should have been a yellow, to be honest. And yeah, this has been a fantastic start to the second half. We will go attacking. In terms of changes, I don't think we should do any changes. Like Tarkington hasn't looked too impressive, but we don't really have an obvious substitution to make there. Everyone else looked fine. See if we can keep pushing for that go-ahead goal, because it would be huge. As things stand, Donningston still winning against Bangor. They even gone 2-0 up now. So they look like they want this promotion spot, but I just want to take it down to the final day. Please leave the pressure on them. At least from our side, Limavady is still in a position to catch them. You can see the momentum bar there going heavily our way all game long. Since we switched to attacking, it doesn't seem to have worked that well. I'm not sure if I should switch back to positive. Maybe it would help. Ooh, corner. Riddle, of course, should take it. He's going to find Ferguson. Goes to Moore at the back stick. I thought he'd won it. Wilson picks it up, though. Wilson's got a good pass on him. Finds a switch to Riddle. Turkington. Worry. He's going to shoot, isn't he? Oh, my God! Worry scored a fantastic goal for us in the Cup when it mattered, and he almost pulled it out when it mattered again. Good effort. I don't mind him taking those on when he's feeling confident. As Worry, again! Put my power behind that. Okay, changes. What can we do? So Mitchell, I've not liked what I've seen from him. We'll bring in Lavorka. Just for some fresh legs, and because Mitchell hasn't been too convincing, and Lavorka's better the air as well. Maybe he can come forward for a set piece, make the difference. I'd like to bring on Matthew Laurie for Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson is just a better quality player, isn't he? Well, we'll bring the confidence on. Matthew Hanna's motivated as well. Laughlin also seems motivated, but don't really want to take off Yip. I could switch them around. Play Yip down the left, but we won't do that just yet. These are the tactics. We'll press them a bit more. We won't change anything groundbreaking. Confirm those changes. We'll also be demanding more of the team. Riddle, not a set piece. We've been winning so many of these. He almost got a second of the game. Demand more. Yip is injured. This is very bad news for the rest of the season. If he's out, we don't have a right winger. I took off Johnny Wilson, who I'd normally bring on in there. It's gonna have to be. You know what? You can play as a Mazzala. Occupy the wide area. Chris Watts can come on instead. Moore now playing as that poacher. Chris Watts as the advanced forward, hopefully dropping into the wide area as well to help us out those wide spaces which we're leaving empty now of taking off Bradley Yip. Might be a bad idea, but we don't really have a good option for out there. So I think we'll just try and avoid those areas. And in terms of other changes, can't really think of anything. We'll go for... No, we won't go for taking long kicks yet, but we'll distribute quickly. Put some urgency into it. Hopefully Yip isn't out for long, because if he's missing for the cup final, then we're screwed there. Same thing goes for the rest of the season, of course. Should we still be in it? But it doesn't look like we are. Stullingston goes 3-0 up. They really want it. Really, yet again, every highlight has been him over a free kick, and that was nicely placed, but gone. Read it all the way, catches it. And this could spell trouble here. Anderson could be through, but we do gain it back. Riddle down the left. Oh, ball over the top. Moore's in. Played across to Watts. No, why did Watts not make a move? Oh, he was offside anyways, J.Q. Moore. Slimavadia is still down against Tubbermore, but it all will be for nothing if we fail to win this game, because Donington are not losing against Bangor. There's a good opportunity for them. Massey holds on to it. Ball over the top, finds Watts. Is he onside? Chris Watts! Let's go! Woo! Yes! Oh! It's the hopeful punt forward. Massey all the way over the top. Wasn't sure if Watts would have been onside. Defender didn't think so either. He slowed down, and Watts takes it down and finishes with his weaker left foot. Oh, and we've been complaining about him not being up to the standard all season. And then he pulls that off in one of the last matches of the season. With such high importance riding on it as well. Fantastic. Jake Moore will now come off. So we can go back to our normal setup. Let's playmaker on support. We'll bring on Cochrane. Or we'll bring on McLaughlin. Let's bring on Cochrane. And he can play as a wide midfielder on support. Can he? Let's make him a wide midfielder on attack. Oh, we're playing on positive, so maybe it'll be fine anyways. It should go middle. That's all we'll do for now. Yes. Confirm changes. And press play. Fantastic. Oh, now if Yip is available for the next match, we have every chance. Riddle is standing over the corner. Let's just not give it away. Just score, please. Penalty. Ferguson's going to take. He has, I think, scored every penalty so far this season. No, okay, it's not going to be Ferguson. Watts is going to take it to score his brace. Come on, slotted. And he does. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Bottom left corner. Chris Watts' second goal of the game. Always good to have an informed striker in the team. And as J.Q. Moore seems to be dropping off, Chris Watts comes shining through. Is now within 2 points of Donington. Still 3 goals down in terms of goal difference. This goal could... No, actually this goal helps. Just Bangor! Oh my god, please, make it level. Oh my god, Bangor just 1 goal behind then. Sorry. Brain foul. Okay, Tuckington can come off. Nathan Riddle can go forward. I can't make any more substitutions. Okay. Forget about it then. Because we already did like 3 substitution points in time. We can make 5, but only if it's in 1 or 2 different points in time. Bang! I've equalised! Oh my god, we're going to go into the last game of the season. A hold of that position. Unless... Okay, yes! Let's go! Bang! I've gone from 3-0 down in the last 10 minutes of the match. One of the turnarounds of the season. And we're going to occupy the promotion playoff spot on the last day of the season. Nice work. No, I'm happy. This isn't an easy rivalry to compete in, so that's a good result. We've won all 4 games against our rivals, Queen's University. all of them were dubs at the Dub, which is our stadium, and theirs. And look at that. They were 3-0 up in the 87th minute. In the 80s. Oh, man. I think we have to look at those highlights. Look at that. We go into the final game of the season ahead of them with 1 goal better than them in goal difference. So we need to just match their result. Just match it. They could still overtake us even if we win, if they win by a higher margin. But if we match that margin they win by, then we will be going to the promotion playoff game. Whew! Oh my god, it's Tubbermore win against Limavady, which sees them have a mountain to climb if they still want to be in contention. And also sees Queen's University be at the bottom of that top half, which would be tragic. Banbridge looks like it's going to be the team that gets relegated unless it's pulled at the Great Escape against Distillery, sorry, I don't know why I said that in French. And things are moving, and they're moving fast here. A fully deserved win for us, by the way. We did very well to secure it, though. Chris Watts coming on off the bench with that 8.5. Shaky Moore with his, was that our 3rd performance in a row where he's really disappointed, our 2nd in a row. We'll find a day's wages because this is just not acceptable. Criticize the last game and say he's got a lot of chances. And I think you'll lose your place for next week. I honestly think Chris Watts has deserved the start. Lavery disappointed at humbling defeat. Watts ends gold drought. Well, obviously we praise his performance. Pat on shoulder and really pleased with how he played last match out. And he is loving that. He's got full match sharpness as well. He's ready to start the next match. Yes. Bradley Yip. Damn. So he's sustained a twisted ankle, which would normally see him be out for 5 weeks to 2 months. Now, I don't like doing this because it costs a lot of money for a club of our level. And also there's a chance that we could absolutely ruin a player's leg. But we will put some injections into him so he can play against Bangor. And then he will hopefully also be able to play against whoever we play against in the cup final. If we give him another injection, then we'll give him another injection if we're in the promotion playoff game. Because we need him, because we don't have a real alternative down that right-hand side. We don't have anyone who can play that position, really. So we'd be in a whole host of trouble if we don't have him available. Obviously, we'll go to that press conference, gloat a bit over our rivals. Started Neil Stewart, our friend. You must be happy with that result, especially given the importance of the match to both sets of fans. How pleased are you with your side, given the magnitude of the match? I'm very happy. The lads were all aware of what was at stake for these fans, but they used the added sense of expectations to spur them on a great performance and send the fans home happy. So this is how I imagine a manager saying this when he's outstretching his arms. You've managed to extend your impressive run of consecutive. Oh god, it's going to be a long press conference. Let's shoot through this. Consecutive victories over Queen's University. How do you feel about your particular record? Fantastic. That result moves P.S.N.I into the playoff places. Yes, it does. Playoff place. That's only one of them. How confident are you making a real challenge for promotion? Not very, because we don't have a right winger really. I'm not getting ahead of myself. We're in a good position, but it's going to be very hard. Victory for your side today has made all the sweeter with the result at Fort William Park, where the Limavady suffered defeat. Yeah, that's actually pretty good, but I would say the result at Bangor is even better. I saw the result and I'm certainly pleased we've been able to garner something of an advantage. There was a sensational turnaround and a fantastic victory. Oh yeah, we went down in that game. I already forgot because there's so much that happened in the last 10 minutes. I wasn't too concerned. I knew we had the qualities to change the match. You have to be happy with that win, right? Yes. We executed the game plan to perfection. You watched as your side hit the woodwork an incredible 3 times. That is an incredible amount of times during the course of the match. Did you ever fear that the result was going to turn out differently? Yes. I can't say it was ever too. No. There were a few moments where I had fears things wouldn't turn out as I planned. Of course, it's always like that in football. The fans would love to hear what you made of Nathan Riddle's goal. Wasn't it one time? That was so good. Oh my god, so much happened, I already forgot. That was so good. The way he curled that in, top corner. Got me out of the dugout in a flash. If I was in the stands, that had been bedlam. Chris Watts was undoubtedly one of the key performers. Yes, he was. Off the bench. What did you make of his performance? I think he's one of the best forwards in the division. No, not really. He's up with Mark Kelly. He hasn't shown that so far. I said I'm very happy with what Christopher was able to do today. And perhaps relieved to have won a match, but might have otherwise been marred by a questionable refereeing performance. I didn't notice any errors. I said no. I say bang table. No, no good gesture. That's football sometimes, but I'm quite relieved that we have won. After the refereeing performance, that will generate plenty of discussion. Do you think it reflects on the standards of officiating of an island? No, I didn't notice anything bad yet. I don't know why he keeps on saying that. If we're going to go down that road, I want to express my support for the officials. They do a thankless task, and most of the time they get it spot on. And I'll bang the table saying, okay. Just want to bang the table once. Bradley was an unfortunate casualty. That's the way to say it. Against the Queen's University team, many have claimed play too close to the edge and often cross the line of what might be considered acceptable physicality. What do you make of their style approach? Yeah, I'll criticize that. Bang the table. I'm disgusted with them, in particular James Lavery. Their style of play has no place in football because they hurt my star winger. What would you do to change the situation? Do you think there should be sterner punishments for these types of transgressions? There has to be a crackdown on unnecessarily aggressive football. We have to protect our players and allow them to thrive in an environment which encourages exciting play. And I say that pointing my finger. And that pleases Neil. He likes when I point at him. Whilst it can be a good thing now that Tomoty can perform in a new position, is he really any better off for it? Yeah. I know verifiable from being that that's a success, especially this version of Mortimer. I never know what that means, especially in this version of the Mortimers. Why are we saying that? How sympathetic are you towards another manager and Barry Johnston, who is coming under increasing pressure at Distillery? Couldn't care less. Don't feel it's my place to comment on those moments. So we continue to share great respect with Neil Stewart. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling into the final match of the season. Home against Bangor. We haven't played them yet in our tenure, but the game before we joined the club was quite incredibly a win against Bangor after the team set bottom of the table just 2 matches prior, and that was when Bangor were really dominating the league. They had built up a really big lead in the beginning of the season, and can we filter just the love PIL? The beginning of the season went on a really good run. That was their first defeat of the season as well. But from here on out, they kind of just solidified that lead. They didn't really build on it anymore. So they're basically just an average, above average team of recent weeks. So maybe, just maybe, there's a possibility for us to win that match, and that would hopefully mean we get promoted, depending on, of course, how high, if at all, Dollingston managed to win their match, which is, of course, against Tubbermore at home. Tubbermore have just won against Limavady. They are one of the worst teams in this top part of the league table. So, hopes are here. I really hope that Bradley is going to be able to kind of play through this match and the cup final, and then possibly the promotion playoffs matches, because we brought him in as our backup right winger in January, at the end of January, and then a week later into February, our 40-year-old starting right winger, the Polish guy, our right target forward, Lukasz Adamczyk, he got taken off us because he was on an amateur contract by a Polish side, going back home. So a part-time contract, he gets paid 160 euros to play football now instead of getting paid absolutely nothing, going home to his native Poland as well. So I don't blame him. That was very unfortunate. And then left us genuinely with only right winger. We only have one person who can play right wing. Now, if we're playing a centre midfielder who's got no pace at all to play out there as an advanced playmaker, and if all else fails, that's kind of something we can move to, but it's really not ideal. And Johnny Wilson would like to see more attack midfielders join the club. We're working on training someone to be that. I don't know if we'll get anyone in. We need to expose Ben Mitchell to new challenges if he's realized his potential. Okay, good to know. Dewey Wilson has trained really well recently. He's making good on his potential. I like to see that. Tony Tomte has been playing quite well of late. I just wanted to say that. Yeah, let's schedule that after the meeting. Actually, I wanted to have a look at hierarchy. Still no one that supports us. Heartbreaking. They should really at this stage. It's almost been good recently. Keep it up. So could it be any more exciting? Second versus first with promotion on the line, although first is 10 points ahead of us, and we can't catch them. It's just the promotion playoff spots on the line. We've done ever so well to put ourselves into this position. Like since we joined the club, there's been 2 defeats in the league, 2 draws in like the championship group. Other than that, everything else has been wins, and it's been like, what was that, 8, 9 wins under our tenure. Fantastic. We also stand in the cup final. Even if we don't manage to, you know, gain the promotion or win that cup final, it was been a fantastic season. Obviously, if we lose out on all of it, it'd be heartbreaking. But we'll see. What's Bradley up saying? Treatment, injection, oral physical condition is not given. Be interested to see what it looks like once we get to the match. Another thing we need to watch out for is that no players get suspended for the cup final. We're picking up another yellow card. Is anyone? Okay, no one is about to be. So that's good. It's Chris Watts will start, of course, before we forget to do that. Make that swap. Actually, in the meantime, as this is progressing through, I think we can have a quick look if maybe my donation has gone through. I just received an email. I don't know if it's just because they received it or if it's because they reported it. No, there it is. There you go. We're also at 10% of the goal already reached. Fantastic. It's not 9 times those €75, and we'll get the €750 in no time. And I will be able to have raised quite a bit of money to migrantsrights.org. If you want to donate as well, feel free anytime. You can find the link to the donor box. You can just look for it, Boycott Qatar 2022 by Brian Bergo, or you can find it in the description or in the About tab of my Twitch, on my Twitter, on my YouTube, everywhere basically you can find me, you can find the fundraiser. Just look for Brian Bergo on the internet. As I'm using this time to drop a like on my YouTube stream, because if you don't even like your own videos, who will? Basically, as Tony Thompson is about to be the most league appearances for Police Service of Northern Ireland, with Lucas Adamczyk, the winger we talked about, who left us mid-season, currently being top appearance holder with 90, although I think a lot of stats here didn't get registered. That was like six years where he hasn't played a single game, and I don't quite believe that happened because that was in the prime of his career. Tony Tomty is on 88, so 2 more. So if he stays for us over the summer, then he will have gotten there. As pre-match press conference is about to begin, and you know we love a press conference. Let's get into it. A 10 press conference. So of course Neil Stewart is here. Hey Neil. The Love 41 Premier Intermediate League has been won 10 times by Dundela. That is quite incredible, because obviously if you win this league, you get promoted. They won it twice here. Is that actually okay? That's mad. They've won it in 82, 86, 88, 99. Okay, no, they won it 2 years in a row here without getting promoted. So maybe it was, I don't know what's going on there. That would be incredible. Oh my god, their nickname is the Duns. Our nickname is the Police, by the way. Shouldn't forget about that. P.S.N.I potentially just 1 game away from booking a spot in the playoffs as they hold a superior goal difference over their rivals. Are you confident of getting a result, and presuming things else may go in your favor, going to make it count? I said we'll put ourselves in the best possible position already, so I have faith that the players will now see. So no, we don't want to put pressure on players. I said my main concern is to ensure that the players treat the match like any other. The team played well last time out against Queen's University. How will you get them to maintain that level of performance? We're nothing without hard work. how much of this good run of form has been due to the positive atmosphere around the club. It's been huge. Reggio support! Reggio, we're in the green! Yes! Yes, maybe people finally like us. We just looked and still no one supports us, but look at that, we're in the green in Reggio support. Okay, good atmosphere around the club. A happy squad is a winning squad and vice versa. If you worry about a bad result that damages morale, that's what I'll say. I don't think one loss can destroy this team's confidence. They're a close-knit bunch. Ryan Arthur has been one of Bangor's best players this season. He has been not banging the goals. He's a centre-back, 3 goals, 7.58 average rating for the last 5 matches. Just how much of their success has been down to him, in your opinion? I think they'd be a lot worse without him, from what I can see here. Nathan Riddle thrives on important matches. Good to know. Didn't realize that. How much are you pinning your hopes on him ahead of the Bangor match? He's a left back who's already scored 6 goals for us. What a man. We're very lucky as a team to have him, and he's ready to do a job for us here. Can Tony Tomoty be the difference between winning and losing today? He always can. Shows up sometimes, doesn't always. Never has a really bad performance. So I say he has the ability to give us an edge in a match like this, no doubt. Considering how much Lee Feeney has to call on his squad, how challenging is it for you to prepare for a match against them? Well, because that's a good squad. You have to prepare for everything eventually, as a lot of his players have seen everything. They're not going to be an easy team to best. No, it's going to be tough. It's fair to say you're perhaps a bit envious of the amount of experience that Feeney has available to him. No, we've got lots of experience, we just don't have good players. I don't think so. Lee has got some real elder statesmen of the game in his squad, but we still should be able to match them if we get our preparation right. Click the summary. We stay great friends with Neil Stewart. We still don't have the support of anyone, although he probably did. Choose supporters screen. They like me. Kind of. They don't hate me anymore. That at least. Training week in review. I don't think we'll put much thought into that. Unless, let's see, let's have a look, does anyone need a boost in terms of his dynamics? No, we're all extremely good. Yeah. Maybe Jamie Massey? Jamie Massey will give one. Brace training development, pat on the shoulder, doing really well. Good, good, good. But otherwise, no one really needs a morale boost. We don't want anyone to get angry because we praise them too much, because we're too nice. No, don't want to be too nice. I don't know why I clicked on staff. Continue. Here we are, match day. Final match day of the league season. And we've gone through this fairly quickly, so there's a chance we could also have the cup final in the stream. We'll see. I think we also make it depend on, first of all, how long this game takes, and also if we get it into the promotion playoff. Because if we get that, then we'll try to do this club final now, so that we can finish the season with the second stream of today before we get stuck and don't get it done. Yeah, I don't think we should wait any longer. I'll save the game here. We haven't done it since we started the stream yet. Season 1, stream 13. Save it. So basically, Limavady could of course still overtake us should we fail to win if they win their game. But basically, compared to Dollingstone, if they're playing at home against Queen's University, we have to match their result. You know, if they draw, we just have to draw, so long as Limavady don't win. If they lose, we can lose, so long as we don't lose by a bigger goal margin than them. And if they win, we have to win by at least the same goal margin as they do. So, you know, if Tobermoor will roll over there onto their backs and let their bellies be tickled and let some goals be scored past them, then it could spell trouble. As Bradley is on injections, I'm not sure. But he's ready to play, isn't he? He doesn't show his conditioning, how ready he is for this. I'm not sure what to do with that information. Ben Mitchell hadn't played too well last time out, but Love Walker I don't necessarily want to throw into the deep end right now. So we'll keep Ben Mitchell out there. Everyone else did pretty well last week out, so we'll stick with the team as it is. Just Chris Watts coming in for Jakey Moore after scoring that brace off the bench. And yeah, I think we'll just jump into it and hope for the best. As Craig Bryars all of a sudden is offended again, it feels unsuited to be playing the role he's been asked to play, even though we haven't had that issue for like the last 7-8 matches. We had it initially, so that's a bit weird. Hopefully it won't affect him too much mentally. Tell the boys, if you carry a performance, your last performance in this match will do well. Most of them seemed inspired, but will also go for a bit of Jesus juice. Putting our hands together for Craig. And tell the boys, I have faith in you. Get out there and make a difference. Do the same for the midfielders. I have faith. Attackers, I have faith. Okay, everyone but Christopher Watts seemed inspired or happy. So we should be in good spirits going into the match, as we have won 3 of our last 5 and haven't lost in, I think, 6 or 7. They also won 3 of the last 5 and haven't lost in that time frame. After coming back in the last like 3 minutes of the match from a 3-0 deficit. Last match out to get a draw against Darlingston, which puts us into a good position. Hopefully they'll be a bit tough, easier to beat and keep down against us. We'll see. So we start with kickoff for us. So a bit of a pouring rain here. Lots of people in attendance at the dub or stadium to support the police. They're following us every step we take. As of course, with the games having started out at like 0-0, everyone, we are still in that pole position. What an achievement it would be. You know, when I applied for the job, I thought we'd been in a relegation fight. By the time we took it, they won the two matches with the interim manager in charge, so they were far away from relegation, and we've only looked up since. As Mitchell dribbles it forward, that's Bryars down the right, into Yip, who's been able to start without a big problem. Tarkington! Yes! Let's go! Yes! Yip's ball just dribbles across the box. None of the defenders wanted to pick it up, and Turkington comes on from the far post, bangs it with his weaker foot. Look at it, Yip just uses pace to get around his man. It just drizzles across the box. No one stuck a foot out. And oh, it could look so much better when it comes off the underside of the bar. Come on, Nick Turkington. He's been on a torrid run of form. But it doesn't matter if he scores the goal, which will send us into that promotion playoff thing as Maury tries to head away with the diving header. O'Kane shot's blocked. Could have been dangerous. Woof. Wonderful start. The next high ball is them in possession again, though. We'll win it back. Can we do something with it? Willie Warrior to Watts, Johnny Wilson. Tarkington, to the left. He's going to shoot again. He scored again! Nick Tarkington is on a mad one. 9 minutes in, he scored 2 goals this match. And he just wants them all right now. It was not unsavable for Gibbons, but he put so much power behind it that he didn't quite have time to sort out his hands. Got to it, but just deflected into the bottom corner. And Nick Tarkington with a second of the match. Oh my goodness. 2-0 up. Mountain to climb for Darlingston now if we keep this up. I'm immediately going to go for a little bit of time wasting, for a slow pace down for the goalkeeper. Not change anything major, but I feel like that makes sense. And you know what, with us controlling the match so well, we will go positive. There's a danger in that, of course, in leaving too much space to them, but maybe we can score another. Put ourselves in a good position, because we've seen what Bangor can do last match out when they came back from 3-0 down in the 87th minute to get a 3-3 draw against Darlingston. So there's no guarantees in this one. What a start. As William Warrior is now injured. Potential groin injury. Aaron Cochrane has been training in that position, so he's going to be the one to come on. Because Johnny Wilson can play there, but he doesn't have the defensive capabilities we need. Cochrane does have a little bit. Full tackling though, but at least he knows where to stand. But in possession, he's a whole bunch worse than William Worry. He's got a potential groin injury, and at his age, you know, I don't know, it could mean cancer in his balls or something like that. Sorry, you shouldn't joke about that. Oh, I'm in such a good mood, even though our players are falling over and getting injured. Throwing to us in our defensive zone, though. It's not the cheap giveaway, Mr. Ben Mitchell. He's again not at the best match rating. Jamie Massey, as always, finds Mr. Ferguson. Tarkington is the man to find right now. He's in again. Okay, he's going to cut it back to his teammate. Finds Johnny Wilson. Heads it down to Watts. He's going to shoot. Try to find a room. Doesn't. Johnny Wilson's going to shoot instead. Draws back to Gibbons. And I don't think that will have been the end of the highlight yet. No, it was, actually. Here's Donningston, a 1-0 down. Let's go. Double ball goal. Take the lead with Tiano Rafferty. Woo! Which sees us secure in the spot for now. 3 points ahead. A lot would have to change for Donningston to overtake us, but obviously this is football and we're only in the 33rd minute in both games. A lot can still change. It's Cochrane, first time we see him on the ball since he's come on. Switch to Yip is good, you know, it works out. Yip keeps a hold of it. I can't find a man in the middle. Cross blocked here. Johnny Wilson wins it back. Tumulty into Tarkington. Danger man. Goes for the shots. Because why not? And it's going to be a corner to us after it was deflected. Cochrane is, I'm guessing, not meeting the pace of the match yet. Riddle to deliver. Okay, headed out initially. Tumulty just pushes his man over. It doesn't get blown as a foul. That was a clear and obvious push. So maybe there is something to the allegations of refereeing being, not allegations, but like the press conference questions always about refereeing Northern Ireland being bad, because that was terrible. Some of me are 2-0 up. Let's go. What's down the left channel? It's Riddle. Shoots. Oof. Okay, if we keep this up, if we win this, I don't see any scenario where Donningston will turn that 2-0 deficit into like a win by more than 1 goal. So let's just keep this up. Let's just win this match somehow. Although Donningston, as I say that, have to score the goal to get back into that 1-2. But let's just win this match, and I can't imagine them turning it around so much that they turn around the goal difference now. What a half of football. Let's go. Tarkington, lovely stuff. Aaron Cochrane, not looked good since coming on. 6.5 average rating. And grabbing that yellow card, there's a worry there. Talking about a worry, hopefully Worry will be back for the cup final, but having to go off that early is no guarantee of that. Could be a bit of a worse injury. Might just be a tight groin away. Okay, Jamie Massey. Good ball distribution. Greg Bryce played very well, even though he gave us a scare by what he said before the match. Ben Mitchell, not convincing. We'll make him that no-nonsense centre-back again this game. Nathan Riddle out with the captain's armband now that William Rory is off. Not quite holding on to the ball well in possession, but 4 key passes so far is very good. Okay, let's just have a look what's going wrong with Aaron Cochrane. He's not got the best passing out there. He's committed 1 foul, which he got a yellow for. He's won both his aerial duels though, so it's not been that bad actually. I'm happy with the number of shots on target so far. I'm happy how we dominate possessions, but I say that because we want to keep on doing that. Because if we want to win this match, it's very, very important that we keep a hold of the ball and don't give them the opportunity to grow back into it. So we go with a slightly lower tempo as well. So hold on to that ball. We'll let them play out of the back because we don't just want any random balls dropping down and free for their strikers. We'll play Mitchell as a no-nonsense centre-back. We'll tell Riddle to take on fewer risks when passing, because even though he's got a lot of key passes off, most of these are probably from set pieces. In an open play, I'd like him to keep possession a bit more. Hopefully that works out. The first highlight falls with a corner for us. Riddle, of course, is to deliver that. Where is he going to look to? He's got both his hands up. Back stick to Watts. Headed clear to Wilson. We haven't been very successful from corners since Lucas Adamczyk, our wide target forward, left us. Bryars, ball over the top to Mr. Tarkington. Can't quite get there. And that'll be the end of the highlight. Okay, another one falling immediately though. Down the left-hand side, Cochrane has it. He's going to shoot. No. Okay, no. He keeps it calm, plays the ball back. I'd love to see that. It was a very composed run. But it goes into the hands of Gibbons. Goes for the long ball. Okay, just playing a bit of back and forth between the keepers. That's fine for me. Massey finds Andy Ferguson. Plays a 1-2 with him. We have all the time in the world, lads. If you see a good pass, play it. If not, just keep it on the ground. Riddle sees that good pass, and he's set to take less risks. And yeah, wasn't really on. As you can see, Chris Watts, like Jake Moore, that's what I criticize, normally has very poor performance when he doesn't score. He scores most of the time, because Mattison's in here, though. Oof, drags it far away. Jake Moore, whenever he starts and strike in advanced football, he has a bad average rating when he doesn't score. He scores most of the time, which is most of the time it's okay. But when he doesn't, that obviously is frustrating. And Foster's gonna hit this free kick, and Chris Watts seems to just have that better movement and like work better for the team, even when he doesn't score. Or did he get an assist? No, I didn't. Actually, Riddle is over a free kick. Oh, Tess Gibbons. We had to go full stretch, but he caught it, which is very well done. I feel like at this lower level of football, keepers catch a bit too much. Riddle again, though. You know, at this low level of football, you wouldn't necessarily expect keepers to catch all the balls, parry some of them, let them slip through their fingers a bit more. I feel like they've been catching a lot lately. As Cochrane continues to worry me a little bit, being on that yellow card, but I don't really have an option to put out there. Like, I could push Johnny Wilson back, but again, it's defensive stats, and then we would have to take Cochrane off after bringing him on, and that would be very bad for the morale of him. We do have a long break after this match, so we're not too worried about that. Nick Tarkington's picked up a yellow, and Bradley Yip should, of course, be rested so that we don't aggravate the injury, but actually, we'll take off Tarkington on the yellow. Fantastic performance out there today. He'll get his standing ovation. Bring in Mark Whitford. And just relax the situation a little bit. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's all we'll do for now. Ovation for Nick Tarkington. What a performance that was. Changes have gone through. Highlight falls here. Tumblety to Cochrane, who shoots and it's blocked. Oh, what a story it would have been if he would have scored the goal, which would have secured this game. Corner from Riddle, though. In-swinger, we love those. Still doesn't find his man. Tumblety. But it is not going to be a highlight to them, which is the main thing. FM23 would stay 7 points behind Bangor, of course, but they had the championship secured a while ago. Dollington are still losing against Tuppermore. Nothing seems to have changed there, which is perfect for us. Absolutely perfect. Mark Whitford is struggling to meet the pace of the game. I don't have much to say to that other than deal with it. Bradley Yip is now also booked, so we will bring on Mr. McLaughlin, who is kind of learning to play in that position. So we'll take off Mr. Tumblety, bring on Hannah. Go to 4-3-3, kind of. Hannah can play in that advanced playmaker role. Wilson can play essentially on attack. With 2 advanced playmakers in, though, that seems like a bad idea. Playing with DLP then. But that's the last opportunity we have to do changes. I'd be tempted to take Nathan Ferguson off, but he'll be fine. We'll bring on Lavolka, give him some match practice. Fresh legs in defense, better aerial presence, never hurts. The highlight is falling before those changes have gone through. Stem down the left. Ferguson heads clear of the diving header. We see way too many of these. O'Kane goes to Foster down the right. Lots of deflections going on, and I got really fortunate to have a sighted goal from there. but luckily wasn't to lead to anything. Oh, no. Standard throwing routine, it seems, this year. It's just throw it short, player 1-2, swing into the backstick, and your player's gonna win that header. And Mark Whitford really should have been done better there. Foster doesn't seem like the biggest lad, but doesn't get up there well enough. And I'm a bit scared now because we made those changes, and it's taken a bit of a sting out of us. So if they do score again, I'm not sure we're going to have it in us to score again to answer that. So just hope we manage to keep them quiet somehow. This could be our highlight. Thrown in an advanced position. Bryars is on it. Shoots, gets deflected of Wilson. Goes out. Ah, damn. It's 13 more minutes to hang on. I feel like we've done everything we can. We just need to hope from here on out. McLaughlin. He would have scored from right way. We've been so good. We're training him to play there not because he's like got the attributes to do it, but because we need someone who can play there to replace Bradley Yip when he gets injured, as he is currently. But he's far from the ideal person. If he would have scored there, I would have loved it. Come on, come on. Dollingston have equalised. 81st minute. So if they score another 2, they would overtake us, actually. It seems a bit late for that. We just need to hang on here. As things stand, we could even draw this game and we get promoted, but we don't want to rely on Tovermono conceding a last-minute winner for Dollingston. That could be what we have to rely on here if this leads to something. Morris down the right. Finds Craig free in so much space. And I don't know what happened to our marking there. We just let him go. Morris was afforded so much space to find the cross. Finds a beautiful ball in fairness. But Craig just peels off his men. And that should never have been allowed to happen. Look at that. No one follows Morris. Going just out wide. He just peels away from Lavolka. Maybe it was an error to bring him on, although Ben Mitchell isn't the best option in the air. As obviously we're going to try and go for it a little bit more now. As things stand, we are still winning, so we're not going to go... we are still keeping that spot, so we're not going to go for complete... As we scored! We scored without even finishing the changes. What? From kickoff? Oh my god, show me. It was just a kickoff being taken. Watts plays to Hannah into Wilson. Back into Watts. Plays a 1-2 with Hannah. Wonderful ball. Wonderful touch. Watts one touch and scores. Let's go! Woo! Oh, look at the fight in this team. As Liverpool are winning, they would have overtaken us. I didn't know that. Oh, dear, Dollingston are winning too now. Any goal for them or against us could swing this on its head entirely. McLaughlin down the right. 1.5 minutes to go. My god. We're quick change in settings. We're watching the full match here. Like these last 2 minutes, we can't miss a second. Look at the live league table. We're up into second. Dollingston score! No, wait, we already knew that. We already knew that they were winning from the league table. What is that? Why did he not go there? It's a corner. Oh my god, he just ignored it. If that would have took it in, that would have been a goal. McLaughlin to swing it in. It's not been good from corners. I should really bring more men back, but at this stage, it's just destiny, isn't it? Oh, Hannah! Oh! Matthew Hannah almost scored it. Gibbons, what's he going to do with it? Bangs it long. Please win it. Bryars takes it down. Oh, that's calm. Lavolka. Yes, just bang it long. That should be it. 5 seconds left on the clock. Come on. Bryars. Yes! Yes! The police is going up. Come on. Woo! And I forgot to close my pants because I wanted to be more comfortable when I'm streaming. So maybe you just saw my zipper. Sorry about that. Don't worry, I don't do anything on the table when I stream. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, now I'm ready to celebrate. Let's go! Woo! Yes! Oh, we're obviously not going up. We still need to, you know, be in a promotion playoff match, but wow! What a performance to see this one through, being packed back from 2-0 down in the 80th minute. Like, Bangor almost did it again, getting back from a from like being behind late, being behind 2 goals as well in the 73rd minute. But we just score immediately from kickoff. Let's have a look at this. It's a thing of beauty. Johnny was to Watts to Hannah, 1-2. Watts, one touch around all players, bangs the top corner. Let's go! Chris Watts has finally found a bit of form. And we're loving that. Nick Tarkington! Nick Tarkington! What a goal that was. Okay, William Worry. Captain Fantastic injured. What's it going to be? I tell the boys, everyone thought we'd lose, but we just proved them wrong. Be proud now. Can we not say something about... I'll take that. It's always good to get... No, we can't say something about being in the promotion playoff. I'll take that. It's always good to get a result but not playing right now. Be proud. That was a great win. Yes! Against top of the table as well. Woo! Oh, look at that. On goal difference. We just about made it. Donaldson fighting back. 81st minute, the equaliser. 90 plus 5th minute, the go-ahead goal. Limavardi also got 83rd minute, got the go-ahead goal. So there was a moment in the 80th minute when Limavardi, coming down from 3rd, were about to be in the promotion playoff. But P.S.N.I and Donaldson both still scored after that, which now sees them leave it in the 4th position. Queen's University also end on the bottom of the playoffs of the championship group table, which is always a sweet thing for us as they are bitter rivals. But have a look at those injuries in just 1 second. First, obviously, we'll need to drop some praise to some players. Mr. Cochrane, he didn't do too badly, did he? We will still discipline because it helps us. Attributes and morale. He didn't win a single tackle, but picked up a yellow card, so we will tell him off for that. Okay, other than that, Hannah did well. Chris Watts, we just praised him last game, so that's fine. Tarkington, I don't care if he didn't play well outside of scoring those 2 goals. He didn't create a single opportunity, which is his main job as a winger. But it was a performance of willpower, scoring those 2 goals early on, even if not of much quality from him. So P.S.N.I secure playoff spot. Let's go. Let's see, who are we going to face? We are going to face Newington. Newington, who got promoted out of our division last season by winning it, finished 2nd from bottom, just 1 point of Knockbrader. They're going to take us on in the promotion playoff. So we'll jump over the injuries for now. Have a look at that in a second. Okay, Worry replacement is suggested here, which suggests to me that he's not going to be able to play. Post-match press conference. We'll do all that at the end. But I got lifts P.S.N.I. People will expect it to police Northern Ireland to be flying high as they are in the league. But the police have never looked back since opting to bring Brian Berger to the club back in December. We won't read all of that because we want to do the cup final. In this stream still, P.S.N.I have been given 870 euros for achieving 2nd place. Play of the week announced. Scouting meeting with Mark McKenna being presented to us. That's fine. Let all my scouts do the work there. Okay, so Bradley Yip. Okay, it says now 5 to 6 weeks if we leave to physio, so that's actually gotten better. But we will give him injections because we want him in the cup final, and if we can give him injections, then still 575 euros is a lot of money for a club of our size. But winning those 2 competitions could be huge for us, getting promoted and a cup win. So we'll have to risk the young lad, because obviously it can also make the injury even worse, which would be highly problematic at a 20-year-old. And let's have a look. William Worry injured. Okay. He's got a hip injury, and he's 36 years old. While a hip injury can be treated at the club or kept under control by injections, letting Worry see a specialist would be best for the player's long-term health. Now, this is our club captain, and he's done so much for this club. Has he? This season. Okay. I was going to hold an entire speech about him having done so much for the club and being an absolute legend here, and we cannot possibly put it over hearts of risking his health by giving him injections. We should just give him the best treatment we can and let him retire in peace, because the fact of the matter is, after this injury, this man at 36 years old is not going to be playing any football at any significant level anymore. But we will give him injections and let him play that cup final against Limavady as a send-off game. Please. Please give us this one last ride, and then I think we will just leave him for the promotion playoffs and let Cochrane take care of that. Let's jump into the press conference. Many journalists in attendance, 6 of them. As obviously everyone's interested in that big result. Your decision to sub Nicholas Turkman off certainly raised a lot of eyebrows in the stands. Can you explain yourself? I wanted to rest him, or scared he's going to pick up another yellow, to be honest. I said I felt confident the game was won, and we have some important fixtures coming up that Nicholas needs to be fresh for. And actually, it's a fair assessment. I was thinking that. It was a stupid thing to think, because that match clearly wasn't won. But can you put into words your reaction when Christopher Watts scored the late one on for your side? I didn't know what was happening, to be honest. I don't think my heart rate has settled back down to normal yet. Was the reward our efforts warranted, though? Your unbeaten home run stands at 10 league matches. How important is it to make sure that Derb becomes a fortress at P.S.N.I? So, unbeaten at home. Good to know, good to know. I think it's important to be strong at home. Teams should fear coming here, and we're building strength with each passing match. Christopher Watts picked up the Player of the Match award for your side. How did you raise points? Actually, I would have given it to Tarkington for the 2 goals, but I say it was a good performance overall. He did stand out as one of the best players on the pitch, yes. P.S.N.I have conceded a high proportion of their goals originating from crosses this season. Can you offer insight as to why it's proven to be such a problem? Because we're a terrible team, like in terms of the players' ability, and they just position themselves poorly, to be honest. I'm focusing on the entire team defending as a unit. If everyone does their job, then these situations will be much easier to prevent. Yes, call the team out. We want to do better there. Do you feel you have the upper hand over Lee Feeney when it comes to mind games now? We'll see if we face each other again. Let's see if we get both promoted or not. I think Lee Feeney will think twice before making comments in there. Fans and neutrals observers alike have rightly been singing the praises of Johnny Wilson since his recent change of role. What are your thoughts on this? He hasn't done that well, has he? I've actually not been convinced. I was thinking of changing the role again. I'm pleased with the change, but the hard work on training ground and on the pitch never ceases. There we go. That's the end of that. And yeah, we've got through all the messages. Let's jump all the way to the cup final now, hopefully. It's got a 10 days break ahead of it. So if a lot is going on around the club before then, there's a chance we won't make it at this stream. But I think we should. Didn't need to click that. Cochrane is already unconvincing in DM. So if he is asked to deputise there, could be okay. Probably not going to be. The report says that War is out for Intermediate Cup final. We did give him the injections. He's just told Gold of his disappointment he will miss the Macom's coach travel to Intermediate Cup final against Limavady through injury. Will he? I think he'll be fine. We'll decline that because I'm confused now. I think he'll be fine. Let's talk to him because he's a bit frustrated. Player injury. Don't worry about your injury. I know these things can be frustrating, but try to focus on your recovery. Slightly positive now. What is Yip saying actually? Is he frustrated with his injury? No, he's fine. So yeah, well, William Bowie might already be needing new hip, to be honest, at 36 years old now with that injury. Mm. And I'm very sad to say it, but like, his physicals have been dropping massively anyways, because he's 36, so he's not as fast or as strong as he used to be. And even though despite his physicals being terrible, he's still been a good player for us. I think it's just time to end it at that stage. If you get a big injury at that stage of your career, as much as it will be sad for us and difficult for us to replace him, because we don't really have anyone in the club who can play there, I think it's going to be signaling the end of his active playing career. And he's done some good service for the police at the dub. Willard Bell, our head of youth development, signed a new deal. Now, I'm not sure, because if we go into development center and look for youth candidates, there's no youth recruitment. And if we go into facilities, it also says no youth recruitment. And I thought that just means we have terrible facilities and recruitment. But maybe actually that means that we don't have any youth recruitment. And if that's the case, then it's a terrible idea to pay a head of youth development for not doing anything all day. But yeah, I don't really know what to tell you regarding that. So we've got the cup final against Novali, who, as I said, were until the very last minute very much involved in the push for that promotion playoff spot. So they will be very, very eager to get one over us and be able to call this a successful season, even though they didn't quite finish, weren't quite able to finish the job in the league. So it'll be quite an interesting fixture, and I think they'll be up for it. I'm not sure if our players will be, with all the injuries, all the drama going on. And with the promotion playoff matches in the offing as well, we'll see. Basically, all of our staff are running out of contract. From what I've seen, we have just offered Corin Brandt, our terrible reserve team manager, a new deal. So the two most pointless staff we have at the club, as he has accepted that, have gotten new deals, which is quite interesting. It shows you why you should be in charge of staff. But we said we're not going to be in our Journeyman safe because it's kind of unrealistic, because we only ever at a club for like 2 or 3 years probably. And just going into a club and saying, I'll take over everything, like change the entire structure and then leave again very soon after, in my opinion, is very unrealistic. It's a bit frustrating that the cup final is on a Tuesday. If it would have been the Saturday in between, it would have been perfect. We would have had a week's rest for the Newington match. But as things are, quite tightly packed fixture schedule. We're playing away in the first leg against Newington, and then at home in the second leg. But that one is midweek as well. I don't understand why we'd have like the big final because it is the big final, both for the cup midweek on Tuesday, and also the big final for who gets promoted at the end of the year, also on Tuesday. Because if you think about it, that's 2 matches that everyone will want to be there for. And on a Tuesday, obviously, everyone will have to take off work if they have to travel to get to the stadium or anything like that. Let's see if anyone supports us now. Still don't! My God, what do I have to do, man? As another week of training goes by, I think we'll praise the boys. Bit of a morale boost before the cup final will not hurt. Put our and Greg Bryers, who've got a 9.1. Incredible. He's improving as well, which is quite surprising for a player 26 years old, this level. Same thing with Johnny Wilson. Oh, you love seeing it. Louis Wilson as well. Are they related? No, that one is Irish, the other one's Northern Irish. Well, maybe they still are, of course, but they're not going to be brothers, at least in that sense. Aaron Cochrane also training very well. Hopefully he'll be playing very well very soon. Jake Moore, Daniel Courtenay. Okay. Nicky Tarkett, what a performance by him. Who would have thought that at the end of the season we'd be sitting here saying, without Nicholas Tarkington, we would not have made it this far. He's seen the liability for most parts, but he has popped up in important matches a couple of times, actually. I feel like he's popped up with important goals, at least in that last one. So we're now at the stage where we're criticizing players for a lack of development because they haven't trained that well. So Jack Owens looking to get more and more confident with his attacking midfield position. I like to see it. Mark Whitford now at 35 already. Rory McLaughlin is not going to be too happy with having to learn that right winger position. Kobe Hunter is going to leave us in the summer. Mr. Nathan Riddle also strongly declining physically. The lowest the training performance rating is by Andrew Ferguson at 7.3. Fantastic stuff from the team. As William Rory's morale is still down, so maybe we shouldn't be playing him. But it's the cup final. He needs to be out there. He's the captain. He's our leader. What are we going to do without him? It's Larne versus Linfield. It's the Northern Irish Cup final. As Linfield's at 5th in the league table. I thought they win every year. What's going on? Larne has been crowned champions. Linfield need to win this one for pride. I never looked actually. How many professional sides are there in Northern Ireland? It's the full top tier of professional, I'm presuming, right? Linfield do win it indeed. Let's have a look through. No. Semi-professional. Crusaders are professional. Glentoran are professional. Larne are professional. Was that 5 professional sides in all of Northern Ireland? Interesting. I thought they would have like a fully professional top tier, but it kind of makes sense that they don't, I guess. Not the biggest country, is it? Following fixture has been rearranged. Okay, the cup final has been rearranged due to Crusaders versus Glenavon on the 9th of May. They're playing on Wednesday now. God. Just making fixture congestion worse. Oh, this is terrible. Gonna have 3 games in the space of 6 days. And we don't have any rotation options, especially for our wingers. This is very, very bad. Okay, too much in the inbox. Mr. Whitford is declining. Yes, I noticed that. Peter McGruden, the director of football, has gotten a new deal as well. And he's not that good either. Still 2 more days. Taking ages today getting through. But we will play the cup final now before we end the stream. Then we'll finish the season in the next stream with our 2 matches in promotion playoff match. Fortnightly staff meeting. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Jack Owens would improve if he started attempting to switch the ball to the opposite flank. Yeah, we'll do all that as soon as we're through the season, like the individual training stuff. Mark Whitford is unfortunately past his peak, not able to contribute as effectively as he once did. Look at the progress chart going down. You hate to see that. Not much going on in the staff meetings nowadays. Most staff, I think, have left for holiday already. They weren't prepared to stick around for that much long after the league season. They were told that at the end of April, the season would be over. But no, we have qualified for another 3 matches. Good crowd expected of 1,100 tickets being sold against Limavady. Where are we playing? We are playing at Seaview, which is Crusader Stadium. Could hold up to 5,000. Obviously, we're not going to quite attract that crowd. As Tomalti set to become leading league appearance maker. I mean, that's good enough, but this is interesting, but this is a league match. He's on 89 and 1 behind Lucas Adamczyk. I don't know if the playoff matches count. But if they do, then he would be able to overtake him now before the end of the season. Let's get into the press conference ahead of the match. The Intermediate Cup presents just one of a few trophies P.S.N.I may yet win in a potentially silver-laden season. Do you view this as something of a springboard for future success? Actually, it's the only title you can still win. I say any silverware would be wrongly received here, but I have an ambitious group of players who want to leave their mark in the form of multiple trophies. No, I won't say that. I say I'll deal with the other stuff when I'll deal with the other stuff if and when it comes along. We have an intermediate cup final to play, and we're all very much focused on winning it. This game is one of the biggest, and all the P.S.N.I fans are sure to be watching with high expectations. Is that making you at all anxious? The whole team is aware of what is expected of them. That has been made abundantly clear. No pressure. We'll leave the pressure off. There's a little tension, but I wouldn't be human if that wasn't the case. A number of people would agree that your win over Lurgan Town was the highest P.S.N.I run to the final so far. Yeah, we won 6-0. That was nice. That's something you also believe. I always thought if we could get past Lurgan Town, we'd have a good chance of winning it. No, I'd go along with that. Our performance was outstanding. Can you reveal how you will be instructing the P.S.N.I boys to play? The idea is to put them on the back foot from the first whistle. I am not going to discuss any tactics approaching the match. Yeah, we'll keep a secret. No, Ben McKenna! No, don't dislike me, please. Will we see any changes of your first team lineup for the big match? As always, we will analyze the player's fitness. Probably wanted an answer for you. Can you reveal how you will be instructed P.S.N.I players to play? Okay, we will play a careful, methodical game. Damn you, McKenna. Limavady have to cope with Hugh Carlin for the game. His absence is a massive boost for you, isn't it? But it doesn't look like he's played much. No. Limavady have an excellent squad, and I'm sure they will cope just fine, yeah. Intermediate Cup decider against Limavady will no doubt prove a fascinating managerial duel between you and your opposite number. What is your relationship with Andrew Law? I don't think it's relevant to discuss our relationship. Andrew's one of the nicest people in football. I don't know him, to be honest. But sure. Please don't tell me he dislikes me. Oh, okay. Just Henry Kaplan who doesn't like me. Whew. Okay. So tomorrow's the big day. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to get some sleep tonight. I'm so nervous. Oh, I got an email. Can we back that? I don't want to miss something important. Whole team meeting. I think it would be a good idea to hold a team meeting to give the players some words of encouragement ahead of the upcoming final. I think we get the best reaction if we ease pressure on the players. I think so too. We were never expected to win any trophies, so it'll be fine. To some people, a cup final is a big match. To us, it shouldn't be anything other than business as usual. Go into the game with that mindset. I say I'm proud of you all for reaching this final, and while we all obviously want to win it, there are no grand expectations of us doing so. Enjoy the occasion. So Johnny Williams encouraged, and William Warriors thrilled by that. That's what I wanted to hear. Yes, William Warriors' morale is back up, so if he's able to play, Still a question mark, because the reports in the media said he isn't, but us putting injections in him should mean he is. We'll see. What's the inbox saying? Okay, still injury problems persisting. Our number of injuries puts us in first in the injury table. Thank you very much. It's good to hear. Kieran O'Hare, the Scouts signed a new deal for €90 a week. Stephen Miller, similar story, just for him for only €25 a week, which that's very nice to see. Let's continue. Come on, please, someone like me. Yes! Yes! We have people who support us. Before we jump into the cup final, we have people who support us. Finally! Oh, I've worked so long and hard to feel support and love. Oh, it's been so long in Football Manager. Especially if my girlfriend's watching, I feel it a lot. But in Football Manager, finally, it's Louis Wilson, who hasn't played a single game for us. Louis Wilson supports me. I love you. You'll get a lot more football next season. And Bradley Yip, of course he supports me. He loves me. He came in halfway through the season and he's been made a starter immediately. I have made him what he is, even though he's injured now. Yes. Okay, position instructions, let's go. 4-3-3 for them. And yeah, if the boys can play, that's how we'll go out there. Tom Hegan will obviously go to goal because he's our cup goalkeeper. And I don't want to take it away from him on the final day, even though I wouldn't mind playing with Massey out there. And in terms of the bench, we'll of course have Jake Moore on there. We'll leave McLaughlin off it, which is not something I do lightly, but we only have 5 options, and those are our 5 best options. And I'll save the game here. I have some good connections down the side now. The Riddle and Turkington are playing well together, apparently, and Bryce and Yippa as well. The center, we still need to work on it, but all good signs. I like it all. As now everyone is, again, happy or content at least with the tactical setup. Not even Bryce is complaining. This is a day for the supporters as much anymore, so let's give them a memory that lasts a lifetime. Do it without a gesture. And we'll do the Jesus juice, but without the prayer hands this time. I have faith in you. Go out there and make a difference. So, William Rory with possibly his last game for the club. Now, we'll see how it goes. And if he feels fit, maybe we'll play him for the promotion playoff final thingies, but he needs to get a hip injury and he's 36 years old. This might just be it. This might just be the last time we'll see him on the pitch. Captain fantastic. He's led us to such good heights this season. Hopefully we'll be able to send him off holding the trophy aloft in the cup final here. I'll tell you what, if we win the trophy, it's his last game. And I know that lessens our chances, and it breaks my heart not to see him in those last 2 matches. But if we win the trophy, if he gets to lift that cup, then we'll send him off with that. He's deserved that. Oh, I'm getting emotional. So Bradley Yip isn't even showing with an injury anymore, but he is still recovering from his twisted ankle as Brown is in. Oh no. First minute. Dean Brown. How did that happen then? Gormley over the top. He's in the half space. Ferguson too slow to pick him up. He's got 4 men around him, but he slots it past the goalkeeper so calmly. I forgot we want to take short kicks because Tom Hegan is better with those. Oh no, no, no. That's the worst start possible. Lumavadi looked like they're up for this today. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's not give up now. We've come back from worse deficits. Not in a cup final, to be fair, but we've come back from worse deficits. Bryars looks for Watts, gets pushed. Hamilton takes it down. There's it to Yip. Wilson. Fouled by Brennan. No yellow? Come on. No, no yellow. Bryars on a free kick. It's Wilson. Okay, we'll just keep me a count. We'll just keep me a count. Let's see what happens. Mitchell back to Mr. Tom Hagen. Okay, very nice. Keep it on the ground. Keep it on the ground. Wait for the right opportunity for a pass. Andrew Ferguson. Riddle. Okay, no, I don't mind it. Oh, good ball over the top for Yip. I don't mind you trying that. That was a good spot. Yip didn't quite start to run in the right moment. That's fine, but we can try those. Brian's on the throw in. Tumulty. Lose out on the ball. As also, okay. I was wondering why it takes so long. We are on full match because we wanted to see the last 1.5 minutes of the last match. Hello, Poik. Welcome back around. It's going well. I'm tense, man. I'm tense. So we have finished the league season, and incredibly, we've made it to the promotion playoff match. We're gonna face Newington in a home and away tie just after this. 2 days after this, first leg, and 2 days after that, the second leg. Very stressful. This is the cup final against Limavady United. 1-0 down in the first minute. So it could be a bit heartbreaking. Probably just about gets rid of that one. And the problem is we have 2 injuries to our starters. Two of the starters we don't really have a capable replacement for. Bradley Yip has been running on injections down the right-hand side. And he seems to be doing fine for now. But also William Worry is a worry. He's got a hip injury. He's a 36-year-old captain. And the hip injury is going to have him be out for like anywhere between 4 to 10 months. We have him running on injections because of the cup final. And I just would love nothing more than to send him off with a trophy, lifting that up, even if he's then not going to be capable. Because if we win a trophy today, he's not going to play in the promotion playoff matches, even though we really should. But, you know, at 36 with that injury, I don't think he'll be coming back to football after that. I don't actually have any changes I want to make. I'll put it up to positive because we need to create a bit more. I haven't created a single shot. I'll encourage the boys after a negative start. Well, this is the cup final. This is it against Limavady. And yeah, in terms of team news, it's basically the team we always send out there, even if 2 of the boys are injured. We have Chris Watts starting now because Jakey Moore, our Mr. Fantastic this season, has really dropped off form, and Chris Watts coming off the bench, scored 2, then scored the decisive win in the last match of the season as well. So he's definitely earned the starting place on form, and he'll stay out there so long as he gives me no reason not to take him off. As Riddle takes a good goal. Oh no, it was Mitchell under it. Why was it Mitchell under it? He's about, I don't know, 5'5", it feels like. Even though he's a centre back, only 6 jumping reach. If it was anyone else under it, I would have backed him to push that over the line. Mitchell can't quite do it. Come on, boys. Good luck then. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think we'll need it. Looks like the Mavadi have come here to play. Highlight falling here 34th. We're on extended highlights, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be anything major, but here's hoping. And hoping it's for us. Brennan takes it down the right-hand side for them, though. Swings it in. Riddle takes it down. A bit scary. Okay, we have in a good position in midfield here. Tumulty looks for Wilson. He can spot a pass. Now plays back to Mitchell. He can't spot a pass, but he finds Watts. Watts could be in. Oh! He had to take it on this weaker foot. That wasn't the best effort. We've got over 1,100 people in attendance here. It's quite incredible for a match between 2 third division sides in Northern Ireland. But it's a cup final after all. Yeah, it's not like looked like we were looking threatening very much. We'll go attacking because, you know, we have to score a goal, otherwise we lose. Simple as. One of us. Okay, Dunlop with a throw-in just before the end of the half-time. Score 1 here, that would be huge. Or if they score. Okay, come on, Wolves. Turn up, find a pass. Or shoot! Wow! It was optimistic. It was quite far away in the end. Half time. Let's see what can we take from the analytical data. Nothing really. What can we take from the player stats? Ben Mitchell not quite look good enough in the air. Tempted to take him off. I mean, everyone's putting a shift in. No one's looking too bad. Chris Watts is actually looking surprisingly bad. Well, we've just not created anything major. A much better display in the second half because we need it. We need it. I don't know what to change. Ben Mitchell is motivated. So we'll give him another few minutes, but if it doesn't turn around, we'll bring on Lavorka. I'm gutted that it was him under that header. Because if it was any of our other centre backs who can actually jump, I'm confident that they would have got that one on target instead of losing out on the header. Come on, boys. Yip! Down the right hand side. I looked to slide it across, but it was deflected and Wells can pick it up easily. Looks for a short distribution. We normally do pressure away from them. Oh, no. Oh, Willie! Willie, what have you done? What have you done, Willie? Our captain, who we were going to give up a huge send-off with hopefully letting him lift the cup final. Because he's got a hip injury, he needs to be, I don't know, probably needs to be operated. And at 36 years old, I don't think he'd make a comeback from it. We wanted to send him off with a cup final victory, and instead he's decided to hack someone down from behind. Needlessly. Pick up a red card, throw a spanner in the works of our cup hope, and put a huge dent on his legacy at the club. Oh, William Worry. Why? If you didn't want to play, you could have told me. William Worry. Why? So look at that. Okay, I'll have to make changes, don't I? I'll look at it in a second. Oh no. Willie. I don't know really. Let's play Wilson here. Tumulty in here as a central midfield on attack. This going to be a deep lying playmaker on support. Actually, you can do that on this side. Tumulty. Oh, let's do it the other way around. Let's do it the other way around. Ay, Dios. What has he done? Just like for you in the cup game. Oh yeah, I remember. You said so. 60th minute or something like that. Ah, damn. Nearly 45 minutes left to play as well. I mean, you know, we can't argue at the decision. Let's have a look at it. So, here we go. Will's going to distribute short, and here, have a look at William Worry. And it's this man who's going to hack down, Mr. Waters. So here's William Worry. Cartwright, Waters received in some space. And he had no chance of getting the ball. I just scissor kicked him from behind. Why, Willie? Why? We're going to need a miracle. Highlight falling here, but the worry is, of course, that it's going to be for them. Brennan on the left here, cuts it across. Oh, Hegan. Big save, big save. Come on, chest up. Maybe we can still turn around. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. It's football after all, the beautiful game. They've got a couple of nervous faces out there. And honestly, poor performances by our forward players. You know, we'll go 4-2-2-1. So we can do that. They can play against support. That's fine. We won't go more direct. We will distribute quickly and over the opposition defense. Now normally, whenever I do go route 1, doesn't work out for us. I don't have much hope that we'll find a solution of playing through their lines. So if ever I'm to try it, this might just be the time. And I think they might open up a little bit because they want to score another goal now that we're a man down. Maybe that'll leave some space for us. Let's encourage the boys. It's gone down well with most of them, except for Watts, who I will take off for Jake Moore. It's been our star striker all season. I should have them both on really, but I don't quite think so. Bradley can play at striker, can't he? Little bit. Kind of. Let's make him an advanced forward, make more poacher. And Tony. Can go in here. Attack midfield and support. But get into the channels, please. Thank you very much. Confirm changes. Just see what happens. Little says he finally found his club to do a save. Whether did you find them in the Journeyman? Did you find a new club there, or did you just open up a new save? It's Brennan down the left hand side. Bryce pressures him. Tolland. Oh. Shoots, luckily fine. It's straight at Hegan. Jake Moore's on now. Brennan's going to deliver this corner for them. Headed out initially. Down. Okay. So we need to make every counter opportunity we do get, make it count. AMCR is him. Yeah, we'll put Tony Tamati on the edge of area. Wait, what's the difference between this and this? Okay, and this is gonna look crazy dangerous, and it's probably gonna lead to us being countered a couple of times. But we need to have the opportunity to counter them, otherwise we're not gonna create much from open play. Confirm those changes. Should we play for set pieces? We tried that once, it didn't work, did it? Might as well try. Reeks of desperation what we're doing here. Again, looks for more over the top. Timothy's gonna get the knockdown. To Yip. Yip, what can you do with it? Gives it up. Corner though, you never know what happens from the corner. We haven't looked good from them in a while. Doesn't mean we can't start doing that now. Okay, way to shut me up. Turkington's not looking like he's doing anything. A bit counterintuitive to bring on a more defensive player. But Riddle as a winger down that left could just try to sell us for the two strikers that we need. And bring on Laborca just for a little bit more aerial presence. And no nonsense centre back is fine, just bang it along. Good free kick opportunity for them for the left hand side from deep. But they failed to convert the header. Keegan to take. Long punt. Yep. Looks for a knockdown. Can't get it. I went to Iceland in my Journeyman and saved the team from relegation and took them to 5th place, but then I quit and made a Hibernian save. A Hibs! Interesting. So you're gonna overthrow... Hibs is in Scotland, right? Please don't let me be showing my foolish knowledge of UK geography. No, but it is in Scotland. So you're gonna overthrow the duopoly of Celtic and Rangers. That's a cool challenge. I like that. Good luck with that. Courage. Come on, boys. I'm sure you have a little bit of fight left in you. It's going very attacking. Normally never works, but it's worth a try. We're desperate. Highlight falling here, but it looks like it's going to be theirs. Oh, Ferguson has it. Bangs it to Moore. Moore wins it. Drop. Ah, okay. I think very attacking. They don't even look up. They just bang it long. That's not what we want. We want to find them to find the. We want them to find the likes of Nathan Riddle. We're gonna find a good ball forward. Started Japan save on my old laptop and found it really fun, and now I started a new one on my new laptop. Going to take over from Celtic and Rangers with the youth academy players in focus. Very good. Not sure how good Scotland's youth rating is, but it shouldn't be terrible, right? Scotland do always produce 1 or 2 pretty good players. Is he onside? Tumblety, is he on? Oh, he's offside. Okay, he hits it off the bar anyways. Yes. Looks like this is going to be the end of game highlight, and as I said, William Worry puts a huge dent on his legacy. Gets the red card in his last ever game for the club, I would presume. I don't think at 36 years old with that hip injury he's going to look to make a comeback from this. And Police Service of Northern Ireland lose the cup final against Limavady. I'm not saying that we would have ever been able to come back into it if Roy was on the pitch. We looked second best out there today. But I was hoping for better in the intermediate cup final. However, we have to lift our heads. There's no point in being all sad about it, because we are facing Newington in the promotion playoff match 2 games time. I say failure is always hard to take, but I'm disappointed to miss out on a trophy, because even if I tell them that we did well, because we didn't do well. I saw them try after Will and Rory got sent off, but it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. We get a lot of money for being in the cup here. Look at that, 5.8 for playing in the cup final, 6.96 for losing against Limavady in the cup final. Very, very nice. That's a quick click through this, and then we'll end the stream. We'll come back in an hour's time. So yeah, we made it to the playoffs. We had an incredible run in the end. We made it to the playoffs on the final day. As William Worry, I was going to send you to a specialist, but do you know what? I'm not going to pay the 1.2k. You go to the physio, and I don't think you'll play for the club again. 36 years old, physical's falling apart. Just end your career, lad. Just end it here. We won't say anything to him. Mr. Bradley, yep. We continue to give injections to. Costs us a lot of money for a club of our size. But if it just gives us the slightest chance, because even if we would have wanted to give William Roy more injections, we couldn't have. And also he's suspended for the next match anyways, so he couldn't play anyways. But yeah, Bradley gives us the slightest chance of staying in a promotion fight. We will give him those. I don't really feel like going to the press conference. Thank you very much for the invitation. We're not gonna appeal against that ban. That was clear as daylight, that red card. Collective bonus to be paid, that was €230. That's nothing against the 10,000 we just made. And yeah, this will be it for now. But we will be back in an hour with the huge matches against Newington in that promotion playoff match. As Little Boy says, that's a huge achievement. It is. It's been a fantastic season, and as